When writing Not That Kind, I actually was writing about being not the kind of girl that follows the trends and has to fit into the mold and has to, you know, give it to you on the first date, and it has to be everything that is what is sometimes expected from different experiences, whether it's a guy dating you or it's a job experience expecting that you're going to stay 12 million hours later and not get paid. And I'm not that kind, honey. You better hire somebody else who's willing to be stepped on, but it's not me.
Were you ever that kind?
No. I've been stepped on, but I didn't really know it till I was going, ouch! And then I picked myself up off the ground and said, baby, don't step on me, gotta go by. But I've definitely had my share of learning what not to do again by experiencing what I didn't want to necessarily have to call my past. But I think it's important to experience things that teach you to be a better you. And so in realizing that I didn't want to be the kind of girl that was molded into positions because of my naivete, because I hadn't experienced certain things at certain times, you have to learn, you know.
A lot of people make the same mistakes over and over again.
Repeat offenders, I call them.
But you're one-time only.
Yeah, I'm a one-time only chick. You don't have to beat me over the head with a wet noodle to know that I love a liar. No, I don't. Okay. No, I don't care for it. Cowboys and Kisses was a song that was kind of presented to me. It was a little bit developed, and I just felt like, oh my God, this song is too country for me to write. At first when I was writing it, and I had to find my own spirit in it. I wanted to make it, even though it still, for me, is a very country-ish song. Like the Dixie Chicks could cover that song and kill it, you know, if they ever wanted to cover my song. But I just feel that that it really is a song that for me it was a nice song. It was cool. It sort of completely was a different song than the first two songs I had put out in my career. So it gave a different edge of who I am as an artist, which was nice to be able to show a different side.
It made you kind of filled with longing and softer.
Right. It gave the softness to show that it's there, because Not That Kind is so sassy, and I'm Out of Love was so sassy that to come out with the third song of Cowboys and Kisses sort of, you know, gave an appearance that I could, you know, have a softer side, which was really good for me as an artist to show the different colors. Made for Loving You was not necessarily at first when I wrote it. It was really just trying to talk about, you know, loving somebody and just saying that we were just fit together like hand in glove, and, you know, it was just wonderful to be together. But I ended up, when I wrote it and I started singing it, I realized that that's the way I felt about my fans. Once I started experiencing a relationship with my fans, when shooting and wanting to do a video for it, I didn't want to shoot it. I wanted to take footage of concerts and the fans and make the video about I was made for loving you. This is, now I'm understanding it. Now it makes sense to me. Now this is all clear. But I had written the song prior to embracing my fans because it was my first album. So I wrote the song about thinking about love, and then I realized that it was a whole different kind of love from not your family, but your fanly. And I have like a love, wonderful relationship with these fans of mine that have just been more and more inspiring as the years have gone on. And you spend years getting to know these people. And you see them every concert, and you see them outside your hotels, and you talk to them, and you hear their letters, and you see how their life is changing. And, you know, it's really lovely to be able to feel that connected to people you don't know.
And were you in love when you wrote that song?
Yes, I was.
So you don't always write against the situation?
No, I don't always write against it, and I don't always write for it.
Yeah.
I wrote I'm Out of Love and I Was Made for Loving You in the same moment, so go figure. Paid My Dues, very easy song to write, extremely important to me. I feel that when I was writing that song and creating it, I had gone through so many interesting challenges having a first successful record and realizing, oh my God, I'm doing this for a living. This is crazy. This is wild. And feeling like, you know what, I've really gone through some hard times and tough knocks. Not only did I put out a wonderful first album, but I had just let go of a very long-term relationship and was like, whoa, dude, okay, wow. You know, and in the process, at time off, I was writing the album, and I went to a club, and literally part of the beginning of the song, I wrote lyrics that said, I was knocked down, crazy town, even got punched in the face in L.A. Very true story. Was punched in the face in L.A. because I was outside of a club, everyone's getting out, drunk guys were next to me, they started talking to each other, and I was like, turned around, I was like, what are they saying? And a big fist knocked me in the temple, and I was knocked out. I was like, I didn't even know what was happening. I didn't even realize I got knocked out until I came up from the ground, and I couldn't see. And I was like, I'm blind because my glasses were knocked off my face and broken. And I had like a big bruise here and a big bruise here because I hit the concrete. But, oh my goodness, yeah, didn't quite realize I was punched until I saw my face afterwards because I didn't even see it coming. I was just looking at the argument happening next to me, and I was, in swing.
At what point did that become a song lyric? As you hit the ground, did you know that was going to be a song?
Not even. In fact, I was telling the story to the guys that I was writing the song with because I thought it was hilarious that it just happened. And they were like, oh, that's great. Would you sing about it? And I was like, heck yeah. That's a great one-liner. I was like, you think people don't want to know about, did you really get punched? Did your boyfriend punch you? I'm like, okay, slow it down 1,000. Not even that great of a story,
Well, that's a different song.
Like a total, in the wrong place at the wrong time, kind of, totally with me trying to be like, don't argue, blang, crash, boom. That was definitely a song written about my ex. And I felt like I needed to get the off my chest and get the relationship off my chest and get the feelings of what I was in, letting go of the relationship and being heartbroken or whatever. So it's not to claim that he's a bad guy. It's to claim that anyone that leaves a relationship, man or woman, one side or the other side, I just felt like I needed to talk about my own, I know in time, one day in your life, you're going to realize, why did I do that? Darn. And, c'est la vie.
That's one of my personal favorites.
Well, it's definitely one of my personal triumphs, shall I say, because, to accomplish a heartbreak and get through it and go on with your life and be able to, not use another person as, you're going to do this to me because he did it to me. It's a wonderful thing to know that you let go and go on with your life without holding the new guy responsible for the old guy's.
That's an even harder trick to do that.
It is hard, but that's why it's an accomplishment, because I probably wrote the song and was able to let go easier.
Has the day in his life come?
That's not for me to know. I know that I've moved on.